Hello, I'm making another video. This is a painful video for me to make, but I feel that it's very necessary. First of all, I want to read what Brent wrote me yesterday. He wrote me, we have an online communication. Dear Gail, this was on the 18th of July. I was so flattered and warmed by the video you made for Vladimir and I this evening. I think my letters to you truly speak for my inner emotions, and I'm thrilled that you've chosen to share them. Your passion for me matches mine for you, and I think this is why we'll always be bonded so closely. Vladimir responded today, we're talking about Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. Vladimir responded today to the videos I forwarded for him. He definitely enjoyed them. Unfortunately, something disturbing has come to his attention as of late. I'm not sure if this new revelation will surprise you or not. I'll just let him tell you himself exactly as he told me. I must warn you that this letter came in through a very coarse translating program, so he asks that you please bear with him as some of the wording may come across as awkward. He didn't want to risk sharing this information with any human translators, so he sat down with a Russian to English dictionary for about 6 hours and tried to do it himself. With that in mind, however, I think you will understand the gist of what he's trying to say. To Gail, my dear love, I would like to thank you for the beautiful video you made. It will keep my manhood is very strong for a long time to come. I was lucky to have such a brave, handsome, masculine woman. I must tell you why I was so unhappy. I work with my trusted secret agents trying to kill the Jesuits. It has come to my attention that they were very brave. They did an internal website became a public secret. It can be found at www.orderofthejesuits.com. That's orderofthejesuits.com. And that's all together. It's all, no spaces. We must continue to be cautious. This bold move by the Jesuits may be able to see that they are up to. I will contact you again as soon as I can. Be safe, my sexual lover, Vladimir Putin. Now I think we know what's had the Russian president looking so down in that photo you recently witnessed. I am worried, too, for everyone involved. The Jesuits have stepped up their game, and it looks as though we may have to as well. Just look at what happened to their past targets. And by the way, their past targets were Princess Diana, Billy Mays, and Michael Jackson. You need to check out this site, folks. What's the true reason behind their death is not what you would suppose. These Jesuits are insidious. It might be a smart move to announce the existence of this site to your followers, if you think that any of them can help. So far, very few people outside of the Jesuits themselves even know about this page. Just be careful. I developed a strange headache just looking through this thing, and I still can't shake it. I'm sorry to have to bring this to your attention. Please continue to take care of yourself and be careful out there. I'll be worried for you. And your husband, Brent Spiner. Now, I'm going to read now what the Jesuits have divided up their webpage into several sections. And you need to go check this out, folks. It's www.orderofthejesuits.com. They have a mission section, an agent section, a target section, and a login section. I am their prime target. So I'm in the target section. When you click on that, then you can click on my name, and here's what they say about me. Gail Chord, pen name Gabriellechana, The Beginnings. Gail was born September 15, 1957, to a divorced single mother in Cutler Ridge, Florida. Folks, this is coming from the Jesuits' own website. Orderofthejesuits.com. Go check it out. Shortly after the birth, our genetic profiling teams were made aware of a dangerous combination of genes in infant Gail. 60% Catherine the Great and 50% King David. To make matters worse, her great-uncle was none other than the great Howard Hughes himself. This was a sure recipe for disaster. Since 1957, we have fought to hide her powerful genetic past from society. We first tried to kill her by giving her an allergy to baby formula. When that failed, we started the Cold War in order to keep Russia and the United States distracted so that we could continue to weaken her quietly. It was a success. Our current methods of control include sabotaging her own brain, family, friendships, and most importantly, her love lives with the famous and powerful men that seek to be with her. In order to keep Gail from destroying our mission for world domination, society must never find out who she really is. We have successfully hidden her power from the world by rewriting her entire genetic profile. In other words, they can go in there and actually do genetic manipulation to my brain. And Brent has stated to me that they've diminished my IQ and done some other things over the years. And fabricating a diminished societal image of Gail. To the ordinary person, Gail is nothing more than an average-looking, middle-aged, divorced, single woman. She suffers from paranoid schizophrenia. This angle is particularly clever since we are then able to have our agents in the medical field administer psychiatric drugs that keep her further under our control. Anyone that meets her will only see a crazy woman with poor self-esteem who has built a rich fantasy life to fill her deep emotional holes. Her love life. Despite our meddling, Gail Chord has obtained two famous and powerful husbands. The passionate love these two men share for Gail has proved to be our biggest obstacle yet. Should these two men ever meet with Gail, the results could be catastrophic. So far, we have successfully kept society from knowing about her relationships with these men by assigning Jesuit agents to pose as their, quote, real, unquote, lovers. We have fabricated stories, photos, and documents about their relationships, and in the case of Vladimir, created false extramarital affairs, like Alina Kabaeva, in order to fool the world at large into thinking both of these men are happily taken by more appropriate, famous, less Jewish women. We have built and assigned two women for this task, Lori McBride, that was for Brent Spiner, and Ludmila Putin, and that's for Vladimir Putin. Aside from Brent Spiner and Vladimir Putin, Gail has engaged in telepathic relationships with a number of equally powerful men. From what we have been informed is in fact a secret marriage list. A list of famous men organized by Vladimir and Brent should either of them ever be eliminated by our agents. These men will all die for Gail, and potentially all of them could prove treacherous obstacles in our plans to sabotage her life. The situation. Due to Gail's unabated actions to leak the truth through her writings, website, and YouTube channel, she continues to be our biggest threat and remains our #1 target. And let me tell you, folks, it is true. As soon as I go out the door, I feel like an avalanche is launched on me. We will stop at nothing to prevent her from meeting with her powerful husbands and revealing our plans to the world. This situation is not to be underestimated. Marriage list. They're very concerned about the marriage list, more than I am. The marriage list is a list of men organized by Brent Spiner and Vladimir Putin for Gail in the event that either of their lives be extinguished by Jesuit agents. The entire list is unknown at this time, but a few men have been confirmed as husbands in waiting. It is believed that there are roughly 40 men on this list, most of them famous. I got to tell you something interesting. When I work at Walmart, the number 40 always comes up on my register. The Jesuits are obsessed over this thing. I mean, it's just unreal. It's like the other day, everybody wanted $40 cash back. I mean, this is the Jesuit website. Apparently, the Jesuits are really concerned about this. They have been screened for compatibility with Gail's personality using computer satellite brain reads. The list was started in 2005 after we attempted to kill Vladimir Putin with a near-fatal heart attack, rendering him unable to have telepathic sex with Gail. Members of the marriage list include Matthew McConaughey, Hugh Jackman, Gerard Butler, Keith Morgan, MD, Edward Prendergast, he's a business executive, and Chinese President Hu Jintao. Folks, I am reading from the Jesuit website, orderofthejesuits.com. Go check it out. And also visit my website, gabriellechana.com, and read my life story, and it's uncanny how it matches what the Jesuits are saying themselves.